seat. She has won her seat. So this is going to be a good news for the ruling NPP in Meghalaya.
Right. Ratnadeep there, thank you so much for joining us with that update of the Northeast bypolls, the bypolls which are taking place in Assam and Meghalaya there. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm also being joined by Mr. Arshpreet Karyal of the Congress Party. Mr. Karyal, thank you so much for joining us here on the broadcast on NDTV. Even till yesterday, there were murmurs being made by several people from your party that Congress would be leading the MVA in terms if they get a favorable result in the Maharashtra elections today. But now we can see that Congress has actually registered probably its worst performance.
It is the worst.
It is the worst performance that we are seeing coming in from Congress in Maharashtra. So do you think, and there have already been a lot of questions being raised about the way Congress managed its campaign, both in Maharashtra as well as in Jharkhand. So in hindsight, do you think more effort needed to have been put in by the Congress leadership in the battleground state?
Well, a couple of things to that. First and foremost, the Bharatiya Janata Party is one state and India Alliance one another state. So it's 1-1. Let's see it for what it is. Number two, the Bharatiya Janata Party has registered Guinness Book of World Records record as in the maximum number of malpractices have been witnessed in this election. We all saw how the General Secretary of the Bharatiya Janata Party, if there's a BJP spokesperson here, he should tell us, was Mr. Vinod Tavade caught on camera influencing votes, distributing money, or was he not? Number two, the Operation Lotuses that have taken place under the BJP regime, everybody's witnessed that. Number three, the misusage of the agencies, whether it be the IT, the ED, the CBI. We've all seen how the arm twisting happened and how all the complaints that went vis-a-vis the violation of the Model Code of Conduct, all of them went unaddressed. We did not get any substantial action taken against any BJP leaders that were violating it. And these things have been caught on camera. Despite that, there's been no action, number one. Number two, it's very important for the Bharatiya Janata Party, if there's a BJP spokesperson to tell, could you please enlist 5 things that the BJP has done in the last couple of years, the Mahayuti has done in the last couple of years in Maharashtra? 5 things they could not tell. I've been asking spokespersons of the BJP and they could not enlist 5 things. And number two,
Arshpreet, back-to-back defeats both in Haryana, then Maharashtra, and of course even in Punjab, which is where you come from. It's the Aam Aadmi Party that's surging ahead in 3 seats. Congress, of course, is leading in 1. Don't you think all of this is, in a way, sort of really problematic for the party and for its workers?
Not really. See, winning and losing is a part and parcel of the game. What matters is the people's work should be done. And the question here is, will the 15 lakhs be given? Will the 2 crore jobs a year that the BJP promised would be given? Will the doubling of farmers' income by 2022, which was supposed to happen 2 years ago, will happen now? Will the inflation decrease? The diesel, petrol, dal, dahi, doodh, paneer and whatnot, will the prices come down? Will the rupee be better as compared to the value it has against the dollar? All these things are what is what matters to the people of India. Winning and losing of a political party is irrelevant to the people. They want their work done. They want to be able to sustain themselves. They want good governance. And the BJP has not been able to do that. And the question is, now that you have won this, now that you have won Maharashtra, will you be doing the promises you made a couple of years ago? Because you made new promises. Number two, you talked of Haryana. In Haryana, the vote percentage was 39%. And if the Bharatiya Janata Party had won Haryana, at the same time, India Alliance had won Jammu and Kashmir. If this time the Bharatiya Janata Party has won Maharashtra, India Alliance has won Jharkhand. And in the other states, the bypolls, we have swept Karnataka bypolls. Everybody's seen that. We have swept it. And the BJP's questions, the allegation that they were leveling against our government, all of them have gone out of the window. And very soon you will see that the other seats, the other bypolls where we have either won or where we are leading, the Congress party will make a significant development in all the other bypolls which are happening. In totality, if we were to talk of the results in Maharashtra, in Assam we have won 1. In Gujarat, 1. Karnataka, 3. Kerala, 1 with a massive lead. Lakhs. There's a margin and there's a difference of lakhs of votes. In Punjab, there's 1. In Rajasthan, there's 1. In Jharkhand, there's 15. And so on and so forth. So basically, the fact of the matter remains that will the Bharatiya Janata Party start delivering on their promises or will they keep on coming up with hollow promises and hollow
Okay.
hollow statements
So that's an important point. Thank you, Ashpreet, for joining us with your views. Aarti Jairat, what happens now? Because, 2024 Lok Sabha elections, we saw a different sentiment. But now, clearly, that blemish of 2024 is going to be forgotten because that will be seen as an aberration. It's the Haryana mood, it's the Maharashtra mood that is going to be there. That's going to be projected by the BJP as mood of the nation. Also, what explains this massive victories? I saw this in Gujarat, 156 seats. We've seen that in UP in the past, not this time, of course, and then Haryana and now this. So what explains, so many people voting for one party?
Well, if we look at the strategy of the BJP in the Lok Sabha polls and the strategy they adopted both for Haryana and Maharashtra, the Lok Sabha polls were all about one man. He actually led the show and nobody else was given any kind of space. In fact, Yogi Adityanath's big complaint was that he was not given a say in the polls in UP, which is why the BJP did so badly in UP. This time, the BJP went back to its roots, which is letting local leaders, take front stage. This is what the BJP has always been about. The old Vajpayee-Advani BJP was about nurturing and letting local leaders flourish. All the people you see today started with Narendra Modi, whether it was Vasundhara Raje, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Sushma Swaraj, Arun Jaitley, they just, they nurtured and developed younger leaders, local leaders, and that was the party's biggest strength. I think it kind of lost its way somehow during the Lok Sabha elections, and I think it is now going back to its roots. And, if you saw that in the Maharashtra elections, both Modi and Shah didn't address as many rallies as they used to. Yeah. In Haryana also the same thing, so they forefronted their local leaders, and I think that really helped, which is probably why this time they're doing better in local elections rather than earlier when they used to win the national elections, but they didn't do so well in local elections.
So that is the beauty of BJP.
Yeah.
Despite being the incumbent for 10 years, successful people are expected to be least flexible, but BJP is most flexible party we have known in years. They always change their strategy, whereas in the case of Congress, and we heard the spokesperson, they blame everybody except themselves. Same agencies worked in Maharashtra, same agencies worked in Jharkhand and elsewhere, in Wayanad also, and we have different outcomes. Why can't they understand that people have rejected them in some places, they have accepted them because of different issues altogether. So brushing everything under one carpet and saying that agencies are to be blamed, this is...
But again, to go back to this issue of local leaders, the only place where the Congress is doing well actually is Karnataka, where, they're winning 2 of the 3 bypolls. And that's because that's one state where they still have strong local leaders.
An organization.
And an organization. Yeah. Everywhere else, Maharashtra, for instance, they've lost everybody. Either they have passed on because they were too old, or people like Ashok Chavan have left, right. And they don't have local leaders left. So, I think really the BJP, Congress needs to learn some lessons from the BJP about the flexibility, adaptability, reading the mood on the ground, and, when necessary, push your local leaders forward, when necessary, push your national leaders forward.
Ma'am, on that aspect of local leaders being at the forefront, another important thing which is of course coming out is the legacy war that everyone was talking about. How Uddhav and Sharad Pawar had the sympathy wave in their favor in the Lok Sabha elections, and the tables seem to have turned this time around. So in terms of these 2 big political stalwarts in Maharashtra, this mandate, what would it mean for their future career?
Well, honestly, for me, the biggest shock in Maharashtra is not the poor performance of the Congress, because I really wasn't expecting the Congress to perform well, when challenged by the BJP. For me, the really big story is Sharad Pawar's complete eclipse in these elections. In his home turf of Western Maharashtra, his nephew's party, breakaway party, has done better than him. Absolutely. He has dominated Maharashtra politics for 4 decades. For me, this is, and he had said this is his last election. So it's his eclipse, and maybe the eclipse of the NCP, because I really don't know who can take his legacy forward now that, Ajit Pawar seems to be in the driver's seat as far as NCP is concerned. So yeah, I mean, this is the most shocking story, and it's also very. It'll have an impact on the India alliance because Sharad Pawar was a major strategist for India through the Lok Sabha polls. Now with his eclipse and his failing health and his age and everything,
Right.
I mean, they don't really have anybody left anymore to do a kind of national strategy for them.
Right. Asif Bamla of the BJP also joins us. Asif, when it comes to, Asif, first of all, thank you so much for joining us. Also, congratulations. I was looking
Thank you. It's a good day for us.
Yes, I was looking.
Thank you to all the media people as well for bearing us at many times of challenges as well. Thank you.
Okay, sir, I was looking at some numbers, but before that, tell me, is Devendra Fadnavis becoming the chief minister, or is it going to be Eknath Shinde?
वेल अभी थोड़ा सा सस्पेंस भी रखना चाहिए ना. अभी सारी बातें आप लोग को अभी बोल देंगे तो क्या फिर आप लोग हमें बुलाना ही बंद कर दोगे. But in all possibilities, it looks like he's on the driving seat. And it's not that he's on the driving seat now. He was always on the driving seat. I mean, if you know, in the last time, in the last time we got the mandate for 5 years. But apparently हमारे पीठ में खंजर घोंपा गया था और उन्होंने जाकर अपना अलायंस तैयार किया. 2.5 साल, all the progress of the state, all the infrastructure projects, all were pushed to the back burner just to show Devendra ji down. And of course, after 2.5 years, when they themselves, being in the ruling, their own people left them and went away. And they preferred to join us not being in power. And when we came in power, we got the trail back. But then again, after that, Lok Sabha came. And after Lok Sabha's victory, they saw no end to themselves. And to an extent that they were so trumpet about the fact, although देखिए क्या झूठ ज्यादा टिकता नहीं है. आपने संविधान की बात की, वही किताब जिसके अंदर पन्नों में कोई संविधान के बारे में जानकारी नहीं, आप वो दिखाते रहे. मराठा आरक्षण बरगलाते रहे आप. तो ये चीजें जो है उस समय उन्हें बहुत फायदा हुआ. एक्सेप्ट दैट वी इन ऑल ह्यूमिलिटी वी एक्सेप्टेड आवर डिफीट. लेकिन आज वो फिर से मौका आया. और यही नहीं, 2.5 साल में देवेंद्र जी ने वो कहते हैं ना गम खाकर, a man who's been a successful, वो कहते हैं development Fadnavis in his time for 5 years had to go as a deputy chief minister. No, he was not interested to even come into the chair. But the party gave him, and with all the huge numbers that we had, we went and we compromised. No, that was in the interest of the state. और यही लोकसभा के बाद आपने देखा इनके तासुरात क्या हो गए. यही लाडकी बहन योजना जो हमने लाई,
लाडकी बहन योजना, which is being seen as the reason, one of the most important reasons.
Give me 10 seconds on that.
Yes.
That was what passed. तो इतना हुआ रेवड़ियां बांटी जा रही है. अरे नेशनल एक्सचेकर पे इतना प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा. Where do we get all the money from? और तुरंत you take a U-turn on that and say no, they're giving you 1,500. Now we will give you 3,000 rupees.
Right.
So तब नेशनल एक्सचेकर पे बाहर नहीं होगा, स्टेट एक्सचेकर.
Right.
So
Asif ji, valid point there, but देखिए, ये जो लाडकी बहन योजना थी, which is being seen as one of the reasons for your win, उसका जो face था, the face of that was also Eknath Shinde. आपको लगता है कि the Mahayuti alliance will also remain collective, और सबकी utility जो है will be taken into account when decisions of the government are being taken, and also उसमें भी you don't have too much time because the government has to be in place by the 26th.
देखिए महायुति की अगर आप बात करें तो you come back again. Sorry, I just got a little airy with the question.
I'm saying that the face
about Eknath Shinde. Yes, of course, we are all together. Eknath ji ho, हम हो. We are not like the Shiv Sena. आपस में उनके ही अगर आप देखो तो परिणीति शिंदे के वहाँ शिव सेना के लोग उनके बैनर फाड़ रहे हैं. तो ये भूमिका हमारे तीनों लाइन में, though we had a lot of differences also, but we never had a situation like that. And let me tell you, लाडकी बहन का संकल्प था मध्य प्रदेश से भारतीय जनता पार्टी का एक कामयाब कैंपेन रहा, जिसका एंड रीच लोगों को रहना जरूरी है. आप स्कीम्स बहुत लाते हो, लेकिन it doesn't reach to the end person. if you see all the Mahilas had a smile on their face when they went to the election. I remember in Bandra I stay when we went for the campaigning of Ashish Shelar ji, महिलाएं कहती थी हमें आप क्यों आ रहे हो हमारे दरवाजे पे? आपने अपना काम कर दिया, अब हमें अपना काम करने दीजिए, हम आपको दिखलाएंगे, और आज उन्होंने चमत्कार दिखाया, you know that's why it's women's first, and I'm happy that you are interviewing us and you are there on heading this debate also. So this is the Ladki Behan charm and the charisma that was well crafted, and not only that. We also understood the mood on the ground. We didn't live in the denial, which of course Mahavikas Aghadi lived in, like a Sanjay Raut coming in the morning and blabbering, from all the worst thing. We said, हमें तो पार्टी से भी आदेश दिया गया था कि भाई as a spokesperson आपने संयमता बरतनी चाहिए. आपने ये नहीं कहना कि कौन सीएम बनेगा. That's all. हमें महाराष्ट्र चाहिए, महाराष्ट्र की प्रगति और उन्नति चाहिए. सीएम अभी जो भी हो वो आला कमान और पार्लियामेंट्री वोट तय करे.
Right. You wanted to come in at the point?
सर ये बताइए, चीफ मिनिस्टर के नाम पे सस्पेंस रखा जाए आपको जब होगा सुविधा, लेकिन ये अरेंजमेंट है कि एक चीफ मिनिस्टर और 2 डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर, ये अरेंजमेंट रहेगा इस बार मैंडेट एकदम से इस मैंडेट के बाद?
देखिए आज का दिन तो बहुत ही खुशी का दिन है, तो हम बड़े खुश मिजाज हैं, और आगे क्या होगा वो कोई इतना अहमियत रखेगा जरूर कल के बाद. लेकिन आज तो मैं स्वयं पार्टी ऑफिस जा रहा हूँ 4 बजे. देवेंद्र जी आ रहे हैं वहाँ, तो बड़ा जोश खरोश और जोश उल्लास से हम आज के दिन को, क्योंकि मेहनत भी इतनी लगी हम सबकी. देखिए हमने जो है वो कहते हैं ना, जब हम हारते हैं तो हम इंट्रोस्पेक्शन करते हैं. लोकसभा में हमारी जो हार थी उसका हमें बड़ा खेद और दुख रहा, और हमने यथायात उस पर हर दिन काम किया. और देखिए आप युवा हो, महिला हो, अपना किसान हो, लाभार्थी हो, सबको हमने साथ लेकर चलने का एक प्रण लिया कि नहीं, ऐसा कोई we didn't leave any stone unturned to reach to a magic figure.
Absolutely, Asif Bamla ji, thank you so much for joining us.
That is the blessings that the blessings that Maharashtra, my Ladki Behna, and all of us given us in the form of coming back to power. Thank you.
Yes.
Right, that was Asif Bamla there of the BJP, of course. Let's also turn our focus to one of the states which saw very crucial bypolls taking place, and that is, of course, the state of Uttar Pradesh, in which the BJP seems to have stolen a march ahead of the Samajwadi Party. And I have my colleague Ranbir, who is standing by to give us the latest. So, Ranbir, it's the BJP which is leading in in most of the 9 constituencies which had in fact had the bypolls earlier this week. Yes.
BJP is leading on 7 seats out of 9, and 2 Samajwadi Party is winning 2, Karhal and Sisamau of Kanpur. So the ratio between BJP and Samajwadi Party is 7:2, and that ratio is expected because exit poll says that the situation is that BJP can win 6 to 7 seats, and today after the trends we can say that BJP is in condition to win at least 7 seats out of 9. So it's a setback for Samajwadi Party because in 2022 Samajwadi Party won 4 out of these 9 seats, and this time it shrinks to 2. So the number, one is Karhal, from where Akhilesh Yadav was MLA in 2022, but now it's time for Tej Pratap Yadav, who is winning from Karhal seat, and another one is Sisamau of Kanpur, where Naseem Solanki, she has almost won that seat by around 8,500 votes. And rest of the 7 seats, including Ghaziabad, Khair, Kundarki. And the most interesting one is Kundarki because at least 65% voters are Muslim community, and BJP is winning that seat by at least margin of more than 90,000. So that is very interesting seat. And if we talk about Majhwa, if we talk about Katehri, if we talk about Phulpur, all these seats, BJP is in a condition to win these seats. So the ratio between BJP and Samajwadi Party is 7:2, and that's a setback for obviously for Samajwadi Party.
So the bypolls of UP being seen as a semi-finals before the 27 assembly polls, also seen as a test of the sentiment that existed in UP, where the BJP faced a setback in 2024 Lok Sabha elections, to know if that sentiment actually existed, because that's when Sapa Samajwadi Party got 39 seats, reducing the BJP to 31 seats, so clearly 27 seats. So clearly this was an important set of elections. Also in Maharashtra, like we know, while the BJP and the Mahayuti focused a lot on micromanagement, there was also a trend. There were also many leaders, top leaders, addressing public rallies in various parts of the states, very strategically designed program, in which what we understand is that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed around
11 rallies, and
in which the strike rate has been 82, which is where the Mahayuti has won about 9 out of 11 seats that he addressed. And so the strike rate is around 82%. For Rahul Gandhi, he addressed around 7 rallies, in which the Maha Vikas Aghadi has won 1 seat, which means the strike rate is around 14%.
Right. And let's also take a look at other leaders there. JP Nadda there's 3 out of 3, which means in all the areas that he campaigned, BJP has in fact won all the 3 seats where JP Nadda campaigned, the BJP president there. Also, let's take a look at Amit Shah's strike rate, 93%, which means out of the 15 seats, the regions that Amit Shah campaigned, BJP has managed to win 14 out of those 15 seats.
And Amit Shah was the BJP leader who addressed the maximum rallies, because he had taken this as a personal project for himself, both Haryana and Maharashtra.
Yeah, let's shift focus away from the BJP leaders. If we look at the MVA and its performance in Maharashtra, Priyanka Gandhi, out of the 5 seats, the regions where Priyanka Gandhi had in fact campaigned, Congress has managed to win 2 out of those 5 seats, the strike rate of 40%.
In fact, her last rally was in Vidarbha, which is where the Congress has performed the worst. Ajit Pawar, Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, he addressed around 36 rallies. In fact, that was credited to him, because he visited apparently every village in the sugar belt bastions, and that the strike rate has come to 67%. In some ways, also responsible to the 31 seats that his party is leading out of the 41 direct contest with his uncle's party.
That's right. So interesting data there. Also, let's take a look at Uddhav. Right, we'll have to cut across live now to Uttar Pradesh, where Dimple Yadav is speaking.
अभी हम सफाई में है, करहल में जिस तरह से शुरू से ही बढ़त बनाए हुए थे, क्या लगता है कि क्योंकि 27 का एक तरीके से सेमीफाइनल इस तरह से माना जा रहा था कि आगे देखा जाए?
नहीं, अच्छा है, क्योंकि जहां यहाँ पे प्रशासन ने और जहां भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोगों को खुली छूट दी गई कि मतदान के दिन वो घूमें, और बाहर से भी दूसरी विधानसभा से भी लोग आके गाड़ियों में यहाँ घूम रहे थे, और जहाँ 3 या 4 गाड़ी चलने की अनुमति होती है, वहाँ पे 10-10 गाड़ियाँ लेके लोग चल रहे थे। और जिस प्रकार से पूरा माहौल रहा, उसके बावजूद भी समाजवादी पार्टी का जो परफॉर्मेंस रहा है वो सही रहा है।
लगता है अभी और सीटें आ सकती हैं, कई राउंड बाकी।
हाँ, मैं समझती हूँ कि हम लोग अनुमान लगा रहे हैं कि 4 सीटों पे हम लोग अभी भी जीत सकते हैं।
थैंक यू
सो मच।
Right, so
Dimple Yadav there alleging that the BJP had a free hand. In fact, also suggesting that it's the UP police's role that was instrumental in BJP actually leading in 7 out of 9 seats. Remember, 5 of those seats were won by the Samajwadi Party earlier. Those are details about the bypolls that were held across the country. But of course, all eyes are on Maharashtra and Jharkhand, even as Mahayuti in Maharashtra is all poised for a comfortable victory, a sweep, never seen sweep before in the state of Maharashtra, even as Hemant Soren is all likely to come back as the Chief Minister of Jharkhand.
Right, and at this moment we'll head into a short break, but Ankit Tyagi coming up on the other side. Stay tuned.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you. NDTV proudly upholds its legacy of trust and credibility. According to the prestigious Reuters Institute's Digital News Report 2024, NDTV is the top-most news platform in the country. Number 1 in both online and offline reach in India. Beating all its competition, NDTV stands for trust.
Hello and welcome to India Sense, where I speak with global opinion makers.
The United States has made a strategic decision over the last 20 years to move closer to India.
So a $7 trillion economy seems a perfectly conceivable number.
If you want to be a national party, it's that you sort of accept the way the world is rather than want to endlessly hark back to how it was.
Modi is promoting the digitization of the economy, which is accelerating growth in the country.
It's a web of frauds, calls, luring emails, threatening messages. Cyber frauds have cast their net wide and everyone is at risk. We track the victims, their horror stories as they get conned online, extorted and robbed of their hard-earned money. How to identify a cyber fraud and how to stay cyber safe. What are your options?
Hello and welcome to NDTV, our continuous coverage of the last election result day of 2024. And how has this day turned out to be? A massive landslide, something that we have not seen in Maharashtra probably since 1995. The kind of victory that the BJP-led Mahajuti alliance is enjoying at this moment, and all those doles and the lovely dance moves that you are seeing on your screens are the BJP and Shiv Sena Shinde supporters celebrating the massive victory. It's not, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, something that you call a wave. It's an absolute tsunami that has hit Maharashtra in favor of the BJP and the Mahajuti at this moment. The MVA, the opposition alliance, relegated to just 55 seats. On the other hand, some good news coming in there for the India alliance from Jharkhand, where Hemant Soren is making a comeback in the state. We'll get you all the details. I'm Ankit Tyagi. Let's quickly take a look at the headlines. Mahajuti landslide in Maharashtra. Saffron surge drowns Mahavikas Aghadi. Celebrations erupt as the NDA camp is all set to sweep the elections in the significant state of Maharashtra. BJP's best ever show with a phenomenal strike rate. 124 leads out of 149. The BJP contested Devendra Fadnavis, the ultimate comeback man, now has his eyes all set to become the Chief Minister of Maharashtra for the third time. Big victory for the India bloc in Jharkhand as voters reject NDA's infiltrators campaign. Hemant Soren defies anti-incumbency, set to win another term in the state. It will be the third Gandhi in the parliament with the victory of Priyanka Gandhi Vadra at the Wayanad bypolls. Stunning debut for Priyanka Gandhi, surpasses Rahul Gandhi's victory margin. TMC's massive sweep in first bypolls after RG Kar case. TMC wins 3 seats and leads in the other 3 in the state of West Bengal. Yogi Adityanath, firmly in lead in Uttar Pradesh, leads 6 seats out of 9 in Punjab. The ruling Aam Aadmi Party is leading on 3 and the Congress on 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the most significant state of Maharashtra has fallen to the BJP. The incumbents are coming back, and with this, a lot of questions that were being asked about who's the real Shiv Sena, who's the real NCP, for probably these elections have answered those questions. But what a turnaround has this been in the state of Maharashtra in just 5 months, from 2024 Lok Sabha election, where the BJP was stunned by the margin of the victory of the opposition alliance and possibly went back to the drawing board. And then, of course, the Ladki Behan Yojana coming in and making sure that the Bharatiya Janata Party is home in style, romping home in style, with Devendra Fadnavis now, in fact, eyeing a third term as the chief minister. I mean, these visuals are of celebrations across, in fact, in the state of Maharashtra, where the BJP has won, even in areas where the Bharatiya Janata Party traditionally found itself on a weaker wicket. Marathwada, Vidarbha, the Bharatiya Janata Party, which was absolutely clean bowled in the 2024 elections of Lok Sabha, has made a stunning comeback. And one of the big winners is the man of the moment at this moment, the man that you see on your screens, Eknath Shinde, the, in fact, chief minister. He has won and possibly has answered a lot of questions about his legitimacy and his claim as far as the Shiv Sena is concerned. Let me very quickly go across to my colleague Radhika, who is joining us at this moment. There is, we'll also talk about the bypolls and also the state of Jharkhand. The solace there coming in for the India Alliance in the state of Jharkhand, where Hemant Soren is making a comeback. Prabhakar is joining us from there. Radhika, coming to you. Celebrations have just begun. It is going to be a long day of celebrations for the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Okay, I'm not able to hear your question, but I can show you the scenes around. It is very, very loud here, but certainly celebratory. In fact, celebrations are peaking outside BJP office. As you can see, doles and drums. People are dancing all around. There is saffron wave throughout outside the BJP office here. Top leaders have already started coming in there inside, holding meetings. After some time, we'll see Devendra Fadnavis also holding a press conference. We know for a fact that at Varsha, there is going to be a joint press conference of Chief Minister Eknath Shinde as well as Devendra Fadnavis and Ajit Pawar, post which celebrations will turn to BJP office here, and multiple activities, celebrations, firecrackers, saffron flag, BJP flag all around. And we've been, speaking to several of the Karyakartas here. Of course, they are ecstatic. Several candidates, leaders have already started coming here. Winning candidates will also be felicitated in a bit. I have some women Karyakartas here. Ma'am, आप बताइए विक्ट्री के बारे में इतना एक्सपेक्ट किया था ऐसे मार्जिन विक्ट्री?
हम लोगों ने तो एक्सपेक्ट किया था, हमें पता था कि लाड़की बहन हमें साथ देगी और ज़रूर साथ देगी।
लाड़की बहन योजना ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है और हम आगे भी सपोर्ट करेंगे उनको, इसलिए हमें उन्होंने सपोर्ट किया है इस पर।
क्या फैक्टर्स, व्हाट फैक्टर्स वर्क फॉर बीजेपी?
बटेंगे तो कटेंगे मुद्दा और लाड़की बहन दोनों ने कमाल कर दिया है।
बटेंगे तो कटेंगे campaign as well as Ladki Behan, that's what has worked for the BJP, is what these Karyakarta are telling us. But a lot of factors did work. We know for a fact that post Lok Sabha defeat, BJP had been very careful in terms of projecting itself as a party, in terms of projecting itself as a coalition, alliance in itself. We saw all kinds of schemes being launched, not just Ladki Behan, but multiple other schemes for youth, farmers, senior citizens. And then, of course, the campaigns such as Ek Hai To Safe Hai and so on. Besides that, the development projects, we know for a fact that over the last 6 months especially, there have been multiple infrastructure development projects in Thane, Konkan, especially in Mumbai, be it the coastal road, be it metro. So all that has in a way contributed. Even when we spoke to voters, they just had to speak about the infrastructure development project that has made their lives easy. And of course, Ladki Behan, that has changed the lives of lakhs and lakhs of women, especially in rural parts of Maharashtra. I'm not able to hear you clearly at all. It's very, very loud here. But in a bit from now, all the top leaders of the BJP and, of course, leaders from Mahayuti will be descending to address the media, to celebrate along with winning candidates. And that will happen in just a bit. Of course, this is a landslide victory, no doubt, as far as Mahayuti is concerned. Unprecedented. and something that even the BJP or even the Mahayuti did not expect.
Absolutely, it's beyond expectations of many. The margin of this victory, 227 plays 56 of the Maha Vikas Aghadi for the Mahayuti. All the components of this alliance firing all cylinders with the BJP, of course, over 127 leads that they have at this moment. But for a moment, ladies and gentlemen, let's just take a breather from Maharashtra, and where of course overwhelming emotions for the winners and the losers. But let's just take a look at Jharkhand as well. That's the other big state, the last, as I said, of the 2024 election results. And Jharkhand also, the incumbent is making a comeback. Here also, what we are seeing out of 81, 55, by no means. I mean, of course, both the states in geography, in the strength of their assembly are different, but make no mistake, out of 81, if you are getting 55, this alliance is also winning big. Prabhakar, massive victory there for Hemant Soren-led alliance, and Hemant Soren firmly puts himself in the driving seat. He is, make no mistake about the fact, the biggest tribal leader in this country at this moment. All the sympathy, along with the Maya Saman Yojana, seem to have working for Hemant Soren.
Yeah, indeed he is. Indeed, he is one of the tallest tribal leaders, and especially after this victory, he becomes one. He becomes even taller. And remember, he has created a political history of his sort, because this is the first time an incumbent government is coming back to power. This is the Chief Minister house. He is the man of the moment. The man himself is parked there. He's parked with the family, and we are just waiting for him to walk out maybe a few hours from now. He's actually waiting for the scores to settle down, and then probably he will be coming face to face with the media. Now, the reasons what actually worked for him on the ground, because we were speculating for last 1 month regarding the Bangladeshi illegal immigration issue, which the BJP was raising time and again. Batoge to Katoge was the narrative by BJP on ground. But whether these things were working for BJP on the ground, we were speculating about it. Now it is clear that it did not work for BJP. BJP was not able to A, dent into the tribal vote bank, B, it was the woman factor which worked in favor of JMM, because they had floated a scheme called Maya Saman Yojana, where the women folks were given 1,000 rupees monthly stipend, and JMM has promised that stipend would be increased to 2,500 rupees if they are voted back to power, and now they are voted back to power. And most importantly, what the JMM cadres feel on the ground, and even BJP leaders used to concede, that sending Hemant Soren into prison on a corruption charge was a bad decision actually, because that backfired. He was a tribal leader, he was a chief minister, he was an elected chief minister, and BJP people believe, the message to the tribals were that it was BJP which was victimizing him, and he was sent behind bars. So the BJP was not able to tolerate even one tribal chief minister in the country.
And even in the very important Santa Kolan area, where even for Champai Soren, who defected from the JMM, went to the NDA, even in that point of time, he has not been able to create any impact for the Bharatiya Janata Party. I mean, it just seems that the tribals have firmly gone with Hemant Soren. They have accepted him as the leader. Even the defectors have not been able to work for the NDA here.
Not really, because Champai Soren, remember, is a localized factor, because we know about him, we talk about him because he became the chief minister here. Otherwise, Champai Soren basically is a leader in the Kolhan region. Now, talking about tribals, see, it's the Shibu Soren who's the tallest tribal leader out here. And remember, Jharkhand is one state where if tribals don't vote for you, you can't ever actually dream of coming to the power. So Shibu Soren is the man actually, and the baton has been handed over to Hemant Soren. Hemant Soren has successfully taken over the baton. So now the Soren family, I would say, is the tallest leader as far as the tribals are concerned, and they still associate themselves with the Soren family, and that has this time again been proven on the ground. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhakar, for joining us with all those details. What a day has this been. It seems for the Opposition alliance 55 is the magic number. Whether they are winning or losing in Maharashtra, they are at 55, and they are losing in Jharkhand, it's 55, where they are winning at this moment. So they are stuck with 55 on this election day. Prabhakar, thanks for joining us. Let me very quickly get a word in from Sam Daniel as well. Sam has been keeping a close eye on Wayanad. Wayanad, Sam, in many ways was a given result. I mean, it was expected that Priyanka Gandhi is going to win, but the margin was something that people were talking about. Massive victory for Priyanka Gandhi, and probably Wayanad is the only place where the Congress put in all their energies more than even Maharashtra or Jharkhand, and the result is there for us to see.
That's right, Ankit. Her victory was a kind of a foregone conclusion, but the margin speaks volumes in terms of the kind of springboard this mandate has given Priyanka, who's making her electoral debut in politics this time. And she has exceeded the margin of Rahul Gandhi. As we speak, she is nearly 6 lakh. She's leading with a margin of nearly 6 lakh votes. The second and third, the UDF and the LDF candidates, the NDA candidates are at a distant second and third with 1.95 lakhs and little over a lakh in the case of the NDA candidate. And the Congress is quite ecstatic about this, and they look at it in a different way. They say, while another Gandhi family member has now been elected from the south after Rahul Gandhi moved to Raebareli, this would also, they say, catapult Priyanka Gandhi to be a strong woman voice for the Congress in the parliament. They say she'll be articulate both in Hindi and English, and she'll be a good bet to take on the BJP, as they say. Many Congress leaders also look as a slice of Indira Gandhi in Priyanka Gandhi, and that way they say, besides her performance and tackling of the issues in the parliament, they hope she would also be able to spend considerable time working on the organizational challenges of the Congress. They look at Rahul Gandhi as a kind of a mass leader who likes traveling across the country and emerging as a people's leader, listening to people, understanding their problems. And they look at Priyanka with the strength to fix the organizational challenges of the Congress in a bid to strengthen the party and take on the BJP in a more effective way. And they hope she'll spend more time working with the AICC leaders and taking on the challenges. But as an MP of Wayanad, the larger challenge could be also to spend enough quality time as an MP in Wayanad, as the criticism against her during the campaign by both the BJP and the left was that she could be an outsider. She is an outsider. She could continue to be an outsider, and she could abandon the constitution. So she has to disprove that and live up to this mandate she has won. So that's a big challenge for her. But certainly for the Congress, which lost Maharashtra, here is something big to be happy about.
Some solace for the Congress party, and more they are consolidating in South, whereas in North India and West India, now we are seeing a complete decimation of the Congress party. Gurpreet China also joins us. We'll talk about Punjab in just a short while. Gurpreet, just give me a moment. Let me introduce my guest. Sajjan Kumar is joining us at this moment. He's a political analyst. Mr. Brij Mohan Shrivastava, National General Secretary of the NCP. Ajit Pawar faction is also with us. Subhashini Yadav, spokesperson of the Congress party, is with us at this moment also. Thank you. Mayank ji is also with us at this moment, our in-house political expert. Mayank ji, the Congress party, like I said, more and more relegated just to the south of India.
South or Wayanad?
South. Also, right now Telangana and Karnataka is with them. They've won all the 3 bypolls in Karnataka. But the fact remains, if you look at and analyze the numbers like you have been doing, even in terms of the vote percentage, this is warning bells for the Congress party after Hindi heartland states in Maharashtra as well. Maharashtra, though the Congress has not been able to perform like they used to at one point of time in their dominance of the 80s, but even then, the Congress party had pockets of massive influence. They have been decimated in those pockets as well.
And we have discussed this before, and not in the studio and outside of it. Case of misplaced priority, and we have discussed this. Congress party gave everything in Wayanad and left everything else. See, in Jharkhand, all big leaders of Congress put together held 11 rallies. And I think they held very few rallies in Maharashtra also.
Yes.
And we had discussed this, what is Congress's priority. See, Maharashtra is one state where Congress has always been very strong. Even till late as 2024 Lok Sabha election, they had 16% vote share, despite contesting fewer number of seats. But now they are reduced to just 10% vote. Just 10%, which is less than all 5 major parties. Less than BJP, less than both the factions of NCP.
So of the 6 major parties, Congress has number
vote
6
share
right
is,
now.
yeah, in terms of vote share. Even though Congress contested more than 100 seats. So this is stunning reversal for stunning rejection of the Congress.
Would you attribute that largely to the way the performance of the Mahavikas Aghadi has been, the Congress party not being...
Congress has pulled everybody down. Congress has let its allies down. Maharashtra is rejection of Congress. It has never happened before. Maharashtra is rejection, and because of negativity around Congress, everybody else failed.
Let me just to ponder on this point further. Subhashini ji, Rahul Gandhi, like Mayank was making a point. Rahul Gandhi held 8 rallies in the state of Maharashtra. Was an important state. After Haryana, people were thinking that there will be a renewed Congress which will try and pull its weight as far as Maharashtra is concerned. 8 rallies, 2 of them were closed-door Samvidhan Sabhas. Has the Congress party, in fact, relied too much upon the narrative that they had 5 months back in the Lok Sabha election, not been able to reinvent itself, and the BJP has learned from what happened in 2024 Lok Sabha and has completely decimated the Congress party? The situation is that none of the opposition would not even have a leader of opposition in the Assembly of Maharashtra.
Certainly, we are a bit disappointed with the results which has come out in Maharashtra. This is not we were expecting. Why? Because as you just mentioned, there were a lot of rallies, programs, and I myself was there during the Samvidhan Sammelans. I am one of the organizers for them. We got the support of the people. And it was a narrative set by BJP that they will be changing the constitution. And their leaders used to say during the general election, and they themselves took this back and they took their Nara back, Ab ki baar 400 par. It was the reason why, because there was a threat to constitution. Our leader, Rahul Gandhi ji, is adamant to safeguard the constitution, and he has taken this promise that whether his life is there or not, but he will be protecting the constitution. It's not about how it has worked amongst the people in Maharashtra or anywhere else. It's about when we were on the ground, people supported us. They were organic people who attended our programs. We did not manage anything like how we saw a few days ago. The people of Maharashtra, BJP Maharashtra leaders were distributing money. So we were not managing things. We were fighting on the ground. Now, whatever the results have come, with due respect, we accept this and we are disappointed. We will get back to the drawing board and we will check whether where we have not, fulfilled the gaps, and we will again come back.
Your own supporters,
definitely
even for your own supporters, your party cadre,
not every...
After Haryana, much more would have been expected from the Congress party. I mean, you are saying, all those factors, money and all. People have answered that. People have answered those questions. Is it time for the Congress party just not to go back to the drawing board, but also to think how they want to lead, the kind of issues they want to pick up?
I would like to intercept in this, that it is not like that it has not worked. You never know what changed the tide. Your media channels were showing that we are winning Haryana. Till last minute. The media channels were showing till yesterday we were neck to neck. We also rely on the surveys, the same survey which you conduct amongst the people. The party also rely on those surveys.
But the elections are not fought in the television studios, they are fought on the ground. At this moment, it seems that on the ground, the people of Maharashtra has completely rejected you. I'm just going to come back to you.
I gave my view on that.
I agree with you.
I gave my view on that. We fought the elections on the ground. We went to the people, and the people, wherever we went, people were supporting us. People said that we are going to change this government. If something has happened, of course we will sit and look into this. I am accepting the defeat. I am not saying that we are not accepting
that Maharashtra has not seen in a very, very long time.
Absolutely.
Gurpreet, our colleague, is also joining us. Maria joins me at this moment as well. Gurpreet, very quickly, a word on Punjab. Aam Aadmi Party leading on 3, Congress on 1. There also the incumbent, and it was also a prestige battle for Bhagwant Mann. A lot of questions were asked about his leadership. For the Aam Aadmi Party, this will be, and especially for the Chief Minister, some sort of vindication, isn't it?
Well, yes, of course, in Punjab we have seen crucial 4 bypolls are happening, and if we can talk about Aam Aadmi Party, in 2 bypolls they have already been won the election, and now in the 3rd election from where we are reporting at this point of time, showing these visuals from the Giddarbah, where we can see that a huge number of the supporters from Aam Aadmi Party, they have already been reached here, and we are joining us son of Dimpy Dillo, who is the candidate from Aam Aadmi Party, who is winning at this point of time. How do you see this victory in Giddarbah? Because before that, we have seen Congress bastion here, and before the Congress, it was the Akali bastion here. So, no Aam Aadmi Party is able to make base here. How do you see this victory?
First of all, I would like to thank the people of Giddarbah who have made us win today in a huge margin, with a huge margin. And the people who call themselves like the upcoming CM, like our opposition of Congress used to call himself the upcoming CM.
You are talking about the Congress chief Amrinder Singh Raja?
Yeah. In his own mind, he was the upcoming CM. But now that wishes are gone. So I would just like to say this.
Your Dadiji has also made an appeal to the people of this constituency, and that was very emotional appeal when she was talking to her. Do you think that has also worked in the emotions of this election?
For sure, like my grandmother was very emotional in this election because for the last 2 times, like we were defeated, and she was very emotional when she campaigned in the city. But finally, God has listened to us today, and it's a very blissful day, and yeah.
So thank you so much for talking to NDTV. So once I'll request my video to just show all these visuals from the ground, what is happening at this point of time. We can see huge number of Aam Aadmi supporters. They have already started celebrating the victory from Giddarbah, and somewhere down the lane, what we have learned, Aam Aadmi Party says it seems the people had again given mandate, because out of 4 bypolls, 3 of bypolls, Aam Aadmi Party is able to win from the various constituencies, and 1 Barnala seat.
Right.
Yes, we are shifting focus now from Punjab to Maharashtra, and we have a newsmaker joining us. Naresh Arora was the strategist of Ajit Pawar. Mr. Arora, congratulations on what will be seen as an election which has settled the NCP debate. Which way is NCP heading? It is Ajit Pawar who will be carrying forward the mantle of the party.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you so much. I don't know about that settlement because elections do keep coming back in circles. But yes, for now, this round has gone to the Ajit Pawar faction.
Naresh, hi Ankit this side. I just wanted to ask you, remember one interview I read about, I was seeing somewhere, and you said it is a change, Ajit Pawar. In 5 months, whatever happened in Lok Sabha, forget that. It's a change, Ajit Pawar. I have taught him how to smile. He's smiling more little these days, and pink is going to work. So the Ladki Behna, pink and Ajit Pawar, finally your strategy coming through.
First of all, Ankit, thank you for noticing the interviews I have given, but I have never said that I have made him smile. It's just that he has not been visibly smiling. So this time round, he was visibly smiling. He could be seen around smiling. And regarding the color pink, we were wanting that NCP needs to have a distinct identity apart from this, the blurring clutter of the colors that they are already there with the 6 parties in Maharashtra. So they needed to stand out. And with the Ladki Behan Yojana coming in, the kind of scheme that it was connecting with the women household and women workforce, so it was required something which could give them a presence for which they could just feel that there is a happiness in their camp rather than the gloom of the Lok Sabha results.
But Naresh, the question here is that in terms of strike rate, of course, the NCP within the Mahayuti is done really well, and it would be seen as cohesive, fight where all the 3 alliance partners came all guns blazing. I mean, all the cylinders firing here. What do you think changed in the last 5 months from a party which received a debilitating blow at the hands of Sharad Pawar to now, where the strike rate of NCP, Ajit Pawar is much better, much better than NCP
Over
Sharad Pawar.
60%.
Over 60%.
Yeah, of course, Maria, they are going to be nearing 70%. There are a couple of seats which we are on very tight trail at the moment, but I think they'll also come through. So we'll be touching some 40 seats. Regarding the changes in the 5 months, what I would say is that the first was a realization that they need to pull up their socks. Because till now, I think the way NCP functions for the last 25 years, they have been winning in their own bastions, and there has never been a requirement for them to work as a party. So another thing was that Mr. Sharad Pawar used to play the role of that vote getter. He was the one who used to be the public face, and Mr. Ajit Pawar was the one who was running the administration. And he runs the administration so efficiently that even his critics approve of his administrative skills. And if you talk to any bureaucratic setup, they will also have the same words for him. So Mr. Ajit Pawar was to realize that his role has changed now. He needs to function as a party president and not just as a deputy chief minister. He enjoys the role of being an administrator very much, but he had to come out of his comfort zone, which he did. And another thing which people have not been knowing about it, that Mr. Ajit Pawar is a very hardworking politician who gets up at 5 o'clock, starts meeting people at 6 o'clock, but has never been doing it in a way that people would be seeing it that, okay, fine, this is one mass leader. So once he realized that there is a change of role required, and he came into his own, the Jan Saman Yatra, the adorning of the pink color, and of course the big smile, which is now, again, I think the bigger one has been pasted on his face today after the results. But these all things work together, and then there was the concentrated approach towards the number of seats to contest, because generally the jostling and the tug of war amongst the alliance partners always that who will get more seats to contest. So my role here was the first thing that they should be contesting the seats which are in winning distance, where we have a winning shot, because the numbers today are going to matter, not the numbers on the day the tickets were announced. Once that was clear, then the candidates were worked upon, the right candidate selection happened. He did give in to, he had to give up, in fact, sorry, I should say that he gave up a couple of candidates with whom he had emotions attached, because he could see that they might not be able to make through. Right. So some tough decisions on the course, hard work which he showed on the ground, and it motivated his candidates as well, because when the Lok Sabha results were out, I remember my conversations with the MLAs that how were they feeling at that point in time. And 4 months down the line, once the elections were announced for Vidhan Sabha, the mood was completely different. And confidence is a big thing in politics, that how you think that how are you going to make it or you're not going to make it. There were certain candidates who were not even willing to contest at one point in time. And now today they are winning by 28 or 30,000 votes. So this is the kind of confidence that came back. The party worked unitedly. The presence was felt. The campaign was, by all accounts, I would say, on a positive note.
More or less,
and
of course,
one major change
factors
from Lok Sabha
coming together to make that kind of victory. But Naresh, very interestingly, like you were saying, how in 5 months, you've been able to bounce back, recreate the whole image and the way things were functioning. But can I ask you, because interestingly, you've worked at some point of time with the Congress party as well. Where did the Congress party and the opposition fail? Were they not able to answer the narratives that you and the Mahajuti was able to create?
And was it them holding on to an old narrative? I mean, Constitution khatre mein hai, may have worked in the Lok Sabha, but how does it work in a state election? That narrative of caste census, it may have worked in the Lok Sabha, it did not work this time around. Or do you think their strategy was wrong from the word go? Or there was too much of confidence, I mean overconfidence as we keep talking about, or complacency?
I should not be commenting on their strategy now that I'm not working with them, but because this question has been asked and I am on the opposite side, what I see is that they were complacent to start with. After the Lok Sabha, they thought it was a done deal. And based on that, I could see that in the last 5 months, the playground was left open for the youth players to have a field day. And Congress or their alliance partners came to the playground very late in the game. By then, I think the match was already over. The Ladki Bahin Yojana had penetrated and disseminated in the way that they could not have an answer to it. With the Ladki Bahin Yojana also, they were very confused. Initially, they opposed. Then they said that this will not be coming again. This will be just one installment thing. Then they said that they are doing just for elections. So they were not clear that how to first of all react and then to set their own narrative. And by the time they decided to have their own narrative, there was just 20 or 18 or 20 days to polling, which is very little time for any narrative to come along. And yes, the constitution narrative or other such narratives were not holding ground, especially because the elections are localized. And in our party, we try to localize elections as much as possible with the local manifestos, etc., so that we can see that the narrative is specific to the constituency and the candidate, and not if anything negative comes around, we can be able to hold our fort.
So are you giving, many are saying that one singular factor which dominated this election and is responsible for this kind of landslide for the Mahayuti is Ladki Behin. And the fact that there was DBT, direct benefit, which happened to most of these women across Maharashtra. So they had tried that party, and that is the reason why they went ahead with it. How much of Ladki Behin was the factor in this election for this kind of victory, Mr. Arora?
Oh, definitely. Ladki Behin is the clear runaway winner. And I think if opposition, what they tried to do with Ladki Behin was something they should have considered, that they have been implementing such kind of guarantees or schemes in their own states as well. So to criticize them, they should have thought about it twice. Because if the schemes are getting implemented and there are electoral benefits or political dividends that the party is reaping, they should have thought twice before criticizing it. First they said that it is going to be withdrawn, then they said this is buying of votes, then they said there are multiple installments not going to come in. And credit to Mr. Ajit Pawar and the UT partners that they were able to disburse 5 installments of it, which lent credibility that this scheme is there to stay, number one. Number two, with the Ladki Bahin Yojana, the schemes don't win elections on their own, and the governments don't win elections. It is the parties who take those schemes to the voters, and in a cluttered political space as cluttered as Maharashtra with 6 symbols on display, it was very difficult, I can tell you, for the ladies to understand that which symbol they need to press, because they were going to vote for Ladki Bahin Yojana, that was a given. But which symbol to go and press, for that the credit should be given to all political parties of the alliance, that they were able to convey to the voters.
I think that's the central pivot around which a lot of other strategies also came through. You know, the micromanagement, as Mr. Arora was also telling us. Thank you so much, Naresh Arora. Thank you so much. Congratulations today. You and the party that you're working at this moment, the leader you're working at this moment, are one of the big winners of this election in Maharashtra. Thank you for joining us here on NDTV. Maria, very interesting. Like we were talking about the Ladki Bahin Yojana, it almost now has become like some sort of a textbook case for any incumbent government. And
huge recall value. Across Maharashtra, there were huge posters, be it of the BJP, be it of Ajit Pawar's NCP, or of Shiv Sena. Everybody had 1,500 rupees and the party symbol and the faces. Because they understood, if the pink voters, the women voters come out in their favor, the X factor are the women voters. Let's not forget, it's the same Maya Samman, which has actually got Hemant Soren that victory, that emphatic victory in Jharkhand.
And Sajjan Kumar, let me bring you in on this. We've seen a jump in the women voters in Maharashtra. We've seen that same in Jharkhand. And just go back, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal for Mamata Banerjee. Nitish Kumar, women voter now is
Prime Minister Modi.
Prime Minister Modi. From 2014, we have seen a concerted effort to cultivate women as a vote bank. Which cuts across religion, which cuts across your caste arithmetic, which cuts across everything, which is paying dividends specifically for the incumbents.
So if you see the shift, what happens that when we analyze it during the elections, we tend to treat voters as either community or as farmers, as women, as youth. What happens that voting is decided at the household level. And in household level, who is the pull factor? Is it going to be the women? Is it going to be some patriarch, male elderly men? So we have seen in the case of Madhya Pradesh, 6 months before the assembly election, there was perceived anti-incumbency and criticism against Shivraj Singh Chauhan. But come closer to the election, not only the women became the pull factor, they also ended up pulling in many of the male households, along. So the same thing happened in the case of Maharashtra, because the extent of victory clearly indicates that women did not just voted more for Mahayuti, but they also influenced the voting behavior within their household of the male members.
Maria has to go, but before Maria leaves, let me ask you this. In a way, this election result, and Subhashini, I'm just coming to you, in a way, this election result once again reinforces the fact that whether it's the 2024 Lok Sabha election was indeed an aberration.
Yes.
And the BJP has the ability to learn and bounce back, something that we are at this moment not seeing in the opposition parties, especially the key opposition party, that is the Congress.
Yes, absolutely. BJP knows how to do course correction because they have the nuts and bolts of party which works on the ground. They get feedback from the ground. These are netas which are not parachuting in and out of Delhi.
Yeah.
They believe in issues which will resonate with the Janta. And I think welfareism, yes, but that faith that here is Prime Minister Modi at the center and a BJP plus government in Maharashtra which can ensure double engine.
Yeah.
So, across Maharashtra, what was palpable there was, Ankit, stability.
Yeah.
Buzzword was stability, a government that will complete 5 years in office. They had this faith that Prime Minister Modi's governance model will ensure that there is infrastructure projects in urban centers.
Yes.
And the concerns, be it of farmers, be it of women, and of various voting blocks are addressed. And what added was Eknath Shinde, almost like a pepper on this cherry on the cake, I would say, where he ensured that the Maratha constituency, because he himself was a Maratha, a Maratha addressed the concerns of the Maratha constituency and completely neutralized that entire talk of the Maratha agitation.
The Marathi Manus that the Shiv Sena stood on, that pillar, has been completely taken off under the feet of Uddhav Thackeray, even in a Worli seat where there is a concentration of a large Marathi-speaking population. Aditya Thackeray is finding it very tough. I mean, last I checked, he was trailing by about 600 votes. I have to take a very quick break. Subhashini ji, I just need a moment from you. Once I come back from this break, okay, she's left. Tough day for the Congress party, but let me say, Jharkhand also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, Maharashtra, of course, a victory of mammoth proportions. But in an 81-member assembly, Hemant Soren is making a comeback with 56 members at this moment. And that's also a huge victory.
But that is also because of Hemant Soren and JMM, not as much as the Congress party.
Sure, but so it also tells you the bigger narrative of 2024 as we end the last result day of 2024. Don't count the regional satraps out yet. It's not all done and dusted. Like after 2024 election, people started saying it's once again going back to the bipolarity. Congress will need to pull up its socks much more before we can once again have that kind of bipolarity in elections of India. Quick break. We are coming back. Stay tuned. Our coverage continues.
हम ये चुनाव विकास के मुद्दे पर लड़ रहे हैं.
Let them come for an open debate with me. I've challenged Eknath Shinde multiple times.
Congress is in the worst situation in this state.
महायुति में भी इससे ज़्यादा dispute है.
Everything is fair in love and politics.
वोट देने वाले ही जिताने वाले हैं ना.
So we worked on 4 options.
I've been reporting on all
issues big and small from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
India's IT capital is always buzz. It's literally a city that never sleeps.
And I keep you ahead on all the Bengaluru buzz.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
In today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond.
Welcome back. The big result here on NDTV. Two important state elections ending the election cycle of 2024, Maharashtra and Jharkhand, where Maharashtra and Jharkhand both have given a very clear, emphatic mandate, a tsunami for the Mahayuti in Maharashtra and a fantastic way for Hemant Soren in Jharkhand as well. 56 seats out of 81 assembly and 230 is where the Mahayuti is sitting. BJP clocking in their best ever performance in the state of Maharashtra. Their strike rate almost touching 80%, if I'm not mistaken, at this moment. Brijmohan Srivastava also joins us, National General Secretary of the NCP, Ajit Pawar. Mr. Srivastava, does this now settle the debate over the nephew and uncle tussle? Who has the real NCP? Now Ajit Pawar can go out and claim NCP is his.
Actually, no need to claim now, because the Election Commission of India already recognized us as a Nationalist Congress party, headed by Ajit Pawarji and headed by the working president Praful Patel Sahab. So it's very loud and clear. But no doubt, this time the peoples have given us mandate, and they have clearly announced that the real NCP is run by the Ajit Dada Pawar. And this election has also given a clear-cut mandate to the Mahayuti leadership that work for Maharashtra and keep all promises, whatever we have done with the peoples, should be work for them to get the result of those promises. And on behalf of through your channel, I want to assure the voter of Maharashtra that whatever they have given us, we are very thankful to them. And humbly we want to pay the respect to the voters that they have recognized our leadership for serving the people of Maharashtra.
Srivastava ji, let me ask you this as well. Now, of course, there will be all talks about a government formation. Ajit Dada Pawar always wanted to become the chief minister, still harboring that dream, but has been the perpetual deputy chief minister of Maharashtra. So, chhati baar bhi are we going to see him as the deputy chief minister? Because with these numbers, the bargaining power of both the Shinde Sena and Mr. Ajit Pawar is considerably less with the BJP. Unke khud ke paas 127-128 vidhayak hai. So, your bargaining power is less. Does this mean that Ajit Pawar will settle to a comfortable deputy chief minister, sir, in the new government formation?
Actually, I am not agree with his word bargaining. There is no bargaining. Actually, we are the united force as a Mahayuti party. So we do not bargain each other. Our leadership will decide the total. All our MLAs will decide. They will sit together, and the parliamentary board of all the parties will sit together, and they will decide who is the right person for this time for Maharashtra. Because the selection of chief minister doesn't it is not limited to the number of MLAs. It's the leadership also minutely analyze the political need of the state also. So,
श्रीवास्तव साहब, एक सवाल मैं आपसे और पूछना चाहूंगा. इस रिजल्ट के बाद क्या अजीत पवार जी कोशिश करेंगे शरद पवार जी वे भी साथ में आ जाएं? उनके लिए अभी भी कुछ रास्ते खुले हुए हैं, या फिर उनके जो एमएलएज हैं 12-14 जो एमएलए हैं उनको तोड़कर अपने साथ लेके आने की कोशिश, या उनके लिए रास्ता खुला हुआ है, उनके लिए कम से कम दरवाजा खुला हुआ है अगर शरद पवार जी की पार्टी से कुछ एमएलएज आपकी तरफ आना चाहें तो?
देखिए, मैं एनडीए और महायुति की ओर से एक बात बहुत स्पष्ट करना चाहता हूं। कोई भी व्यक्ति जो महाराष्ट्र के विकास के लिए महाराष्ट्र की सरकार के साथ या महायुति की सरकार के साथ काम करना चाहता है, ऐसे किसी भी व्यक्ति का हम लोग स्वागत भी करेंगे, सम्मान भी करेंगे। क्योंकि ये जो जीत हुई है, ये जीत निश्चित रूप से महायुति के नेतृत्व की हुई है, लेकिन हमारा कमिटमेंट पूरी महाराष्ट्र की जनता के लिए है और इतने बड़े विशाल प्रदेश के लिए हम सब लोगों को मिलजुल कर जब तक हम काम नहीं करेंगे तब तक हम महाराष्ट्र को देश के सबसे बेहतरीन राज्यों में से एक नहीं बना पाएंगे, जिसको हम लोग जानते हैं। तो अगर कोई भी साथ देना चाहता है, कोई भी काम करना चाहता है हमारे पार्टी प्रोग्राम को लेकर, पर जो सरकार की नीतियां उनके लिए अगर कोई भी समर्थन देगा तो हम लोग निश्चित रूप से उसको स्वीकार करेंगे।
Okay. Technically, if you look at these numbers, and Sajan, if I may bring you in, the BJP technically, can in fact form the government on its own as well with the help of some independents, because they are at this moment at 130. 55 for Mr. Shinde, and if I'm not mistaken, some 38 or something, 39 for the Ajit Pawar faction of the NCP at this moment. So the bargaining power goes less, and B, with this kind of mandate, there is zero doubt that the BJP will have its own chief minister. I mean, it's not going to be allies dictating the terms at all.
Not only that, in fact, it would be very difficult for Eknath Shinde to, insist that he should be the chief minister. He should continue as the chief minister because the kind of mandate BJP has got. Now, see the permutation and combination just for the, hypothetically. Uddhav comes in, BJP forms the government minus Ajit Pawar, minus Shinde. Ajit Pawar just retains, comes with the BJP, BJP forms the government. BJP manages some independent and here and there pulls through, it forms the government. So that way BJP has. But the real question is, one, at this point of time, the kind of mandate is there, the kind of social ambience by Jarange Patil factors, Sharad Pawar factors, etc., though it has been decimated. But I think BJP would be quite careful at this moment to carry everyone along and try for some internal adjustment. Despite the fact that they can go alone at this juncture.
I'm sure. I mean, because the mandate is for the Mahajuti. Of course, the BJP is the biggest component of the Mahajuti. They have performed exceedingly well. Fought 149, have at this moment leading on 130. It's remarkable strike
Remarkable,
rate.
but also do not forget that Ladki Bahan Yojana, if that is the X factor and game changer, then despite the lesser performance, Eknath Shinde has to be credited because he was the one, not only he was the one who insisted for its implementation, while the report goes that Ajit Pawar was not very keen on that.
Right. One factor is that, but let me also ask you this, larger ramifications or indications of this result, both Jharkhand and of course Maharashtra. Are we back nationally to the 2019 Lok Sabha position? The realization that 99 for the Congress party is only 99, it's not 199 or 272. And for the BJP, the 240 at this moment will at least be weighed over 272 of their own.
Exactly, and decisively, if you see the implications, it seems as if 2024 Lok Sabha verdict, which was a dashing hope for BJP, was an aberration, because in terms of the narrative wherein Congress had started acting as if it has the mandate to insist on policy direction, certainly has taken a setback after Haryana Assembly election. Then comes Maharashtra. Certainly it is going to further kind of augment the policy direction which the BJP government at the center would like to have. It will also have its implications on the Nitish Kumar and Chandrababu Naidu, who would like to have a better pedestal in their respective home state, while at the center they would be giving free hand to the BJP government. Also, it will have the implication on all the leadership transition debate that was taking place as a subtext within the BJP. So that way you see, from everything in terms of the policy direction, Congress is further demoralized, and I think that will be reflected in the parliament session that is about to begin. And policy direction will go the BJP's way.
If you leave the southern states, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, of course, they are in government with an alliance, but Karnataka and Telangana, the Congress party is still despite the fillip that they got after the 2024 Lok Sabha election, is finding it extremely tough to take on the BJP on its own. And it's dependent largely on the alliance partners for its performance, whether it's Jammu and Kashmir or now in this case Jharkhand. So the Congress dependence on Jharkhand, their bargaining power with their allies goes further down, with the BJP in fact coming on its own, and its bargaining power even at the center with its allies will significantly rise after these results. Let's very quickly also bring you some reports that our colleagues have sent from various bypolls. Interesting, because these bypolls are also sending out a message, ladies and gentlemen, in those particular states for the ruling alliances. In Punjab bypolls, 4 assembly constituencies, the Aam Aadmi Party is in fact leading on 3. And after the disastrous performance of the Aam Aadmi Party in the Lok Sabha elections, it was a very important election for Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann.
In Giderba bypolls, we have seen it was one of the hot seats where there was 3 corner contest, and we have seen Aam Aadmi Party was able to win this seat from the Giderba, and it's the mandate from the people of Punjab to Aam Aadmi Party in Giderba constituency. We can see these visuals here that how this victory is being celebrated by the supporters of Dimpy Dhillon, Hardeep Singh Dhillon, who had contested election from Aam Aadmi Party. He was earlier contesting from Akali Dal, and here in Giderba we have seen high-stake battle was between Aam Aadmi Party, BJP and Congress also. From Congress we have seen that there was a high-stake battle which was going on there. One side we have seen Congress chief Amrinder Singh Rajawarding. He was one who was his wife was contesting from here. At the same time, what we have seen from the BJP, the former finance minister, he was contesting from Giderba. So as of now, what we are showing from the ground, how this victory is being celebrated by the supporter of Aam Aadmi Party on the dole beats. They are also celebrating this huge victory here in Giderba. So as of now, what we can understand, the party was able to maintain its own mandate in the people of Punjab. If we can talk about bypolls which are happening in the state of Punjab, and specifically from Giderba, what we have seen, the Aam Aadmi Party is able to make a historic victory from this seat. With Vijay Rajesh Kumar, this is Group Singh China.
Okay, let me very quickly take you to Maharashtra, where one of the big winners today, Devendra Fadnavis, the man who could be the next chief minister, is speaking at this moment.
त्या फेक नरेटिव्हच्या विरोधात लढणाऱ्या ज्या वेगवेगळ्या संघटना आहेत राष्ट्रीय विचारांच्या, त्या संघटनांचा विजय आहे. आणि विशेषतः जे मतांचं ध्रुवीकरण करण्याचा प्रयत्न या महाराष्ट्रामध्ये महाविकास आघाडीने केला होता, त्याच्या विरोधात लोकांमध्ये जनजागृती करणारे आमचे विविध पंथांचे जे संत आहेत, त्यांचा देखील हा विजय आहे की ज्यांनी महाराष्ट्राला एक ठेवलाय. अशा सगळ्यांचा हा खऱ्या अर्थानं विजय आहे. गावामध्ये, पाड्यामध्ये, तांड्यामध्ये, वाडीमध्ये, वस्त्यांमध्ये सगळीकडे जाऊन ज्यांनी हा अलख जगवला त्यांचा विजय आहे. आणि खऱ्या अर्थानं महाराष्ट्रातले आमचे महायुतीचे जे लाखो कार्यकर्ते आहेत, या कार्यकर्त्यांचा विजय आहे. माननीय मुख्यमंत्री एकनाथराव शिंदेजी, मी, अजितदादा, आमचे रामदास आठवलेजी, आमचे सगळे मित्रपक्ष, आमच्या एकजुटीचा हा विजय आहे. त्याच्यामुळे मला असं वाटतं की प्रचंड मोठा अशा प्रकारचा विजय आज मिळालेला आहे. या निमित्ताने मी निश्चितपणे आमच्या देशाचे गृहमंत्री अमितभाई शहा यांचे देखील मनापासून आभार मानतो की ज्यांनी या ठिकाणी महाराष्ट्रामध्ये येऊन आमच्या कार्यकर्त्यांमध्ये ऊर्जा भरली.
He was here to instill a lot of energy in all our volunteers.
आमचे राजनाथ सिंग जी असतील, नितीन गडकरी जी
Not just him, Rajnath Singh, Nitin Gadkari, all the national leaders
अतिशय चांगल्या प्रकारे मार्गदर्शन केलं.
helped us a lot throughout this process.
या ठिकाणी आमच्या महाराष्ट्रामध्ये पियुष जी असतील, भूपेंद्र जी असतील, आमचे सगळे
especially Maharashtra, Mr. Bhupendra, Piyush, Goyal sir, all of them were very instrumental in getting all of the volunteers together and helping us win the election.
आम्ही नतमस्तक आहोत याच्यापेक्षा जास्त आज
I bow down in front of my voters.
अक्षरशः साष्टांग दंडवत महाराष्ट्राच्या जनतेला, ज्या महाराष्ट्राच्या जनतेने हे प्रेम दिलेलं आहे. आणि मला असं वाटतं की
I bow down to the people of Maharashtra who have showered us with so much of love.
त्या प्रचाराला महाराष्ट्राच्या जनतेने आपल्या कृतीतून उत्तर दिलेलं आहे. आणि म्हणून अशा
They
जनतेचा
tried to run a lot of negative campaigning, but the people of Maharashtra gave an answer to them through their action, through the ballot paper.
की आम्ही आधुनिक अभिमन्यू आहोत, आम्ही चक्रव्यूह तोडून दाखवू. तो चक्रव्यूह तुटलेला आहे. आणि
They tried to put in a Chakravyuh for us, but we are the modern Abhimanyu. We know how to break the Chakravyuh.
आज महाराष्ट्र की जनता ने जो अप्रत्याशित इस प्रकार की जीत हमको दी है, इससे ये बात पूरी तरीके से स्थापित होती है कि महाराष्ट्र ये प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के पीछे है. और मोदी जी ने जो नारा दिया था, एक है तो सेफ है, इस नारे को यथार्थ में लाते हुए महाराष्ट्र के सभी समाज के सभी लोगों ने एकता दिखाते हुए महाराष्ट्र में मतदान किया है. और इसके कारण ये इतनी अच्छी जीत हमको मिली है. मैं विशेष रूप से हमारी लाडली बहनों का, लाडले भाइयों का, लाडले किसानों का, सभी का बहुत आभार व्यक्त करना चाहता हूं. लाडली बहनों ने तो बहुत आशीर्वाद हमको दिया है, जिसके कारण हम लोग निश्चित रूप से एक अच्छा विजय यहां पर संपन्न कर पाए. इसके साथ साथ लोकसभा में जिस फेक नैरेटिव को तैयार किया गया था और यहां पर जिन ताकतों ने अराजकता के माध्यम से फेक नैरेटिव को परकोलेट किया था, उनके खिलाफ लड़ने वाली सारी जो राष्ट्रीय ताकतें थी, जो राष्ट्रवादी विचारों की जितनी हमारी ताकतें थी, वो सारी ताकतों ने मैदान में उतरकर उस फेक नैरेटिव को समाप्त कर दिया. इसलिए उन सभी संगठनों का भी मैं आभार व्यक्त करता हूं जिन्होंने ये करके दिखाया. साथ साथ महाराष्ट्र में जो पोलराइजेशन का प्रयास किया गया था और किसी जाति विशेष, धर्म विशेष को, एक धर्म विशेष को पोलराइज करने का जो प्रयास किया गया था, मुझे लगता है वो प्रयास सफल नहीं हुआ. क्योंकि महाराष्ट्र में एक बहुत बड़ी परंपरा है, संतों की परंपरा है. इस परंपरा का निर्वाह करने वाले अलग अलग पंथों के जो हमारे सारे साधु संत हैं, उनका भी आशीर्वाद हमको मिला, जिन्होंने बिल्कुल गांव-गांव तक जाकर अलख जगाया और एक रहने का संदेश दिया, जिसके कारण मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि एक बहुत अच्छा विजय हमको मिला है. विशेष रूप से हमारे मुख्यमंत्री एकनाथ शिंदे जी, उप मुख्यमंत्री अजित दादा पवार जी, रामदास अठौले जी और हमारे साथ की जितनी छोटी पार्टियां हैं, हम सब लोग एक साथ रहे, एक साथ मिलकर हमने ये काम किया. इसलिए मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि इस एकता का ये विजय है. जो हमारी महायुति थी, अभेद्य इस प्रकार की महायुति थी, महायुति का ये विजय है, ऐसा मैं मानता हूं. और साथ साथ मैं हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी का तो आभार व्यक्त करता हूं, उनके कारण ही हमको ये जीत मिली है. लेकिन हमारे देश के गृह मंत्री श्री अमित शाह जी, जिन्होंने महाराष्ट्र में आकर कार्यकर्ताओं में एक ऊर्जा का संचार किया, मैं उनका भी आभार व्यक्त करता हूं. हमारे राष्ट्रीय नेतृत्व हमारे नड्डा जी है, हमारे राजनाथ जी है, हमारे नितिन गडकरी जी है, इनका भी आभार व्यक्त करता हूं. हमारे जो चुनाव के प्रभारी है, हमारे जो महाराष्ट्र से मंत्री है, इन सभी का मैं बहुत दिल से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं कि पूरी पार्टी ताकत से हमारे साथ खड़ी हुई. और सबसे महत्व की बात है, हमारे नेताओं ने, हमारी पार्टी ने केवल बीजेपी की सीटों पर काम नहीं किया, हमारी पार्टी ने सारे के सारे महाराष्ट्र के जितने 288 सीटें थी, हमारे दोस्तों की सीटों पर भी काम किया. और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इसके कारण एक बहुत अच्छा यहाँ कार्य संपन्न हुआ. हमारे भूपेंद्र यादव जी, अश्विनी वैष्णव जी, हमारे शिवप्रकाश जी, इनका भी मैं आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ. हमारे यहाँ पर जो हमारे सारे अलग अलग प्रांतों से भी जिन लोगों ने हमको मदद की, उनका भी मैं आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ. हमारे पीयूष जी का मैं आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ, हमारे शिवराज सिंह चौहान जी का भी मैं आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि एक प्रकार से सामूहिक रूप से हम लोग जब उतरे, तो ये सामूहिक ताकत एक ऐसी ताकत बनी जिसने दिखा दिया कि महाराष्ट्र ये मोदी जी के ही साथ है. ऐसा है, मैंने पहले ही कहा था कि मैं आधुनिक अभिमन्यु हूँ, चक्रव्यूह को भेदना जानता हूँ। हमने चक्रव्यूह को भेदा है और ये कोई मैं पहले भी कह रहा हूँ, वापस कह रहा हूँ, इस विजय में मेरा बहुत छोटा उसमें मैं समझता हूँ कि सहभाग है। एक ये हमारी जो पूरी टीम है, इस टीम ने इस विजय को लाया है। मला असं वाटतं की कुठल्याही लोकशाहीमध्ये एक चांगला विरोधी पक्ष असणं हे गरजेचं आहे। त्यामुळे जे काही विरोधी पक्षाचे लोक निवडून आलेले आहेत त्यांचा आम्ही सन्मान करू। त्यांचा आवाज छोटा असो की मोठा असो, ते ज्या योग्य गोष्टी सांगतील त्या योग्य गोष्टींवर आम्ही त्यांना प्रतिसाद देऊ। पहले मराठी हो जानो फिर आम्हाला ते माहितीच होतं। जर झारखंडमध्ये झारखंड मुक्ती मोर्चा जिंकला तर तिथलं ईव्हीएम टॅम्पर प्रूफ परफेक्ट एकदम जनमताचा कौल लोकशाहीचा विजय। आणि महाराष्ट्रामध्ये हे धाराशाही झाल्याबरोबर लोकशाही खतऱ्यात आलेली आहे, ईव्हीएम प्रॉब्लेममध्ये आहे, ईव्हीएम टॅम्पर झालेला आहे। मला असं वाटतं की कुठेतरी अशा परिस्थितीमध्ये आत्मचिंतन केलं पाहिजे आणि खरी कारणं काय आहेत। मला काय त्यांना सल्ला द्यायचा नाही आहे, मी तेवढा मोठाही नाही आहे, पण कधीतरी त्यांना खरी कारणं काय आहेत याचा विचार करावा लागेल।
मुख्यमंत्री पदाची स्वप्न पाहिली असे राष्ट्रवादी आणि काँग्रेसमधल्या बड्या नेत्यांचे या विधानसभा निवडणुकीमध्ये पराभव झालेला आहे।
असं लोकशाहीची हीच खरी मला असं वाटतं गंमत आहे की लोकशाहीमध्ये कोणाला जनता डोक्यावर घेईल आणि कोणाला जनता धाराशाही करेल हे सांगता येत नाही। या निवडणुकीने पुन्हा एकदा ते दाखवून देईल।
मोठ्या प्रमाणामध्ये यश मिळालेलं आहे। मागच्या वेळेस दातृत्व दाखवत भाजपाने एकनाथ शिंदेना सीएम पद दिलं। आता सगळ्या तुमच्या लोकांच्या अनेक राजकीय नेत्यांचे बाईट्स येत आहेत किंवा प्रतिक्रिया येत आहेत की भाजपाला आता यश मिळालं तर भाजपाने मुख्यमंत्रीपद घ्यायला हवं।
साहेब, या बाबतीत माननीय अमित भाई शहांनी प्रेस कॉन्फरन्समध्ये क्लिअरली सांगितलेलं आहे, मुख्यमंत्रीपद हे कुठल्या निकषावर नाही। मुख्यमंत्रीपद तीनही पक्षाचे नेते एकत्रित बसून ठरवतील। एकनाथराव शिंदेजी त्यांच्या पक्षाचे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष आहेत, अजितदादा त्यांच्या पक्षाचे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष आहेत आणि आमचे जे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष आहेत त्यांना आमचं पार्लमेंटरी बोर्ड हे ऑथराईज करतं। ते बसून जो निर्णय घेतील तो निर्णय असेल, कुठलाही वाद नाही आहे, कुठलाही विवाद नाही।
सीएम पद क्या बीजेपी के खाते में?
सीएम पद के ऊपर कोई भी विवाद यहाँ नहीं होने वाला, क्योंकि पहले दिन से ये तय है कि चुनाव जब संपन्न होगा तो चुनाव के बाद तीनों पार्टियां मिलकर इसको तय करेगी। हमारे नेता आदरणीय होम मिनिस्टर साहब ने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में ये बहुत स्पष्ट शब्दों में बताया है कि चुनाव के बाद तीनों पार्टियां बैठेगी और इसका निर्णय करेगी। अभी मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि हमारे एकनाथ शिंदे जी उनके पार्टी के अध्यक्ष है, अजित पवार जी उनके पार्टी के अध्यक्ष है और साथ में हमारे पार्टी के जो राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष हैं उनको हमारा पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड ऑथराइज करता है। तो ये लोग बैठकर एक उचित निर्णय करेंगे, हमारे वरिष्ठ नेताओं से बातचीत करेंगे, हमारे पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड से बातचीत करेंगे, जो निर्णय होगा वो सबको मान्य होगा, इसमें कोई विवाद नहीं। बाबा आता पूर्ण रिझल्ट संपू द्या। आता मी आणि अजितदादा आता सीएम साहेबांकडे चाललो आहे, आम्ही बसून जरा पुढचा काय कार्यक्रम करायचा तो चॉकआउट करू आणि तुम्हाला नीट सांगू। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि एक प्रकार से लोगों ने अपना मैंडेट दे दिया। लोगों ने एकनाथ शिंदे जी को रियल शिवसेना के रूप में स्वीकार कर लिया है। बाला साहेब ठाकरे की हिंदू हृदय सम्राट शिवसेना प्रमुख बाला साहेब ठाकरे की जो शिवसेना है उसकी लेजिटिमसी ये एकनाथ शिंदे जी को मिली है और जो मूल एनसीपी है उसकी लेजिटिमसी अजित पवार जी को मिली है।
या निवडणुकीमध्ये पोलरायझेशन करण्याचा प्रयत्न महाविकास आघाडीकडनं आवर्जून केला गेला, विशेषतः मराठवाड्यामध्ये आणि विदर्भामध्ये पण वेगवेगळ्या ठिकाणी अशा स्वरूपाचा प्रचार केला गेला. तरी देखील विदर्भ आणि मराठवाडा याच्यामध्ये प्रचंड भाजपला यश मिळताना दिसतंय. याचं प्रमुख अॅनालिसिस आहे.
मला असं वाटतं की जेव्हा वारंवार तुम्ही एका व्यक्तीला एका पक्षाला टार्गेट करता त्यावेळी तुम्ही जे टार्गेट करता त्यातली हवा पण निघून जाते आणि त्याची तीव्रताही कमी होते आणि लोकांना त्याचं सत्य समजतं. लोकांच्या मनात त्यानंतर एक प्रकारची सहानुभूती तयार होते. लोकांना लक्षात येतं की चुकीच्या पद्धतीनं टार्गेट केलं जात आहे. तसंच आम्हाला महाविकास आघाडीने ठरवून या ठिकाणी टार्गेट केलं. पण मला असं वाटतं की हळूहळू लोकांनी लक्षात आलं, कारण आमचा ट्रॅक रेकॉर्ड चांगला आहे. आम्ही नेहमी पॉझिटिव्ह काम केलेलं आहे. त्यामुळे आमचा ट्रॅक रेकॉर्ड पाहून लोकांनी या ठिकाणी मतदान केलं आहे. मला असं वाटतं की या निकालाने एक गोष्ट स्पष्ट केली आहे. हिंद हृदय सम्राट शिवसेना प्रमुख बाळासाहेब ठाकरे यांची शिवसेना ही एकनाथराव शिंदेजींची शिवसेना आहे, किंवा एकनाथराव शिंदेजी ज्या शिवसेनेचे प्रमुख आहेत तीच शिवसेना ही आता या ठिकाणी हिंदू हृदय सम्राट शिवसेना प्रमुख बाळासाहेब ठाकरेंची आहे. त्याची लेजिटिमसी जी आहे ती आता एकनाथराव शिंदेजींकडे आलेली आहे. आणि तशीच राष्ट्रवादी काँग्रेसची लेजिटिमसी जनतेनं अजितदादा पवारांना दिलेली आहे.
आईसोबत आणि अमित शहा
आईचा तर फक्त आशीर्वाद घेतलाय. आईने आशीर्वाद दिलाय आणि अमितभाईंनी खूप आनंद व्यक्त केला आणि अमितभाईंनी या ठिकाणी आमचं अभिनंदन देखील केलं.
मराठा आरक्षण को लेकर बड़ा मुद्दा बना. इसके बावजूद आपकी पार्टी बड़ी जीत यहाँ पर हासिल करी. आपके ऊपर चूंकि एक तरह से आरोप हुआ, आपको अभद्र शब्दों में आपके खिलाफ जो है आलोचना करी गई, क्या ये उस वजह से मराठा आरक्षण का जो एक आंदोलन था वो फेल हुआ और जो मैंडेट था वो कहीं ना कहीं आप लोगों को?
देखिए, मैंने इससे पहले भी कहा था कि लोकसभा के चुनाव में हमको 43.6% मिले थे, उनको 43.9% मिले थे. तो अगर मराठा समाज ने हमको वोट नहीं दिया होता तो क्या हम 43.6% पर पहुंचते? मराठा समाज हमारे साथ था, है और रहेगा. ओबीसी समाज हमारे साथ था, है और रहेगा. सारे समाज. आज आप जब इसको डिसाइफर करेंगे, जब आप इसका विश्लेषण करेंगे तो आपके ध्यान में आएगा कि सब समाज हमारे साथ में. देखिए, हर समाज की अपनी इच्छाएं होती है, आकांक्षाएं होती है, लेकिन उनको ये भी पता होता है कि अपनी आकांक्षाएं पूर्ण करने के लिए प्रामाणिकता से काम कौन कर सकता है. तो लोगों का विश्वास हम पर.
2019ला मला आठवतं की वर्षावर एक प्रेस झाली होती. त्यानंतर शरद पवारांनी तेल लावलेला पैलवान हे वाक्य बोललं होतं आणि तुमचं आलेलं माइंडेड गव्हर्नमेंट पाडलं गेलं होतं कालांतराने. त्याचा बदला घेतलाय का आता? तेल लावलेला पैलवान
कुठलाही बदला मी घेतलेला नाही. राजकारणामध्ये जनता ठरवते कोण जिंकेल, कोण हरेल. कधी कधी एखाद्या गोष्टीचा नापसंती ही जनता कळवते. त्यामुळे यातनं जनतेने कदाचित नापसंती कळवली असेल आणि आमच्या बाबतीत पसंती कळवली असेल. मला असं वाटतं की याला वेगळ्या पद्धतीनं पाहण्याचं कारण नाही. आणि नंबर्स काय आहे याच्या आधारावर मी विरोधी पक्षाचं मूल्यमापन करणार.
सर, एक सवाल आहे की चर्चा सुरू झालेली आहे. महाराष्ट्र चाणक्य म्हणून शरद पवारांचा उल्लेख वारंवार केला जायचा. आता महाराष्ट्र चाणक्य बदलला आहे.
बदलला असेल तर मला माहीत नाही. फक्त मी एवढंच सांगू शकतो की मी तरी चाणक्य वगैरे काही नाही. मी भारतीय जनता पक्षाचा साधा कार्यकर्ता आहे. माझा पक्ष मला ताकद देतो, माझ्या पाठीशी उभा राहतो, म्हणून मला हे सगळं करता येतं. आमच्या पक्षातले जे वेगवेगळे नेते आहेत हे सगळे नेते माझं नेतृत्व मान्य करतात, म्हणून मला पुढे जाता येतं. त्याच्यामुळे चाणक्य वगैरे नाही. सर्व सांगितलं, हे जे काही आम्ही जिंकलो आहे ही एकत्रित भारतीय जनता पक्षाचा हा विजय आहे. याच्यात देवेंद्र फडणवीसचं कॉन्ट्रीब्युशन हे फार लहान आहे.
गैरकानूनी जीत ये कह रही है. संजय राउत ने स्टेटमेंट दिया है कि गैरकानूनी जीत है. इस जीत को नहीं मानते क्योंकि जनता आप लोग के खिलाफ थी. और सर, और इसी से एक सवाल इसी पे कंटिन्यू कर लेता हूँ. सर, क्या देवेंद्र फडणवीस के रूप में समंदर वापस आ गया है? जो लोग घर किनारे पे बसाए थे बह जाएंगे?
देखिए, पहली बात तो ये है कि संजय राउत, इनके ऊपर मैं कभी प्रतिक्रिया देता नहीं हूँ, लेकिन आज आवश्यकता इसलिए दे रहा हूँ. मुझे ये पता है कि झारखंड में झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा जीता है तो बहुत लेजिटिमेट जीता है. वहाँ चुनाव एकदम फेयर हुआ है. वहाँ पर इलेक्शन कमीशन ने अच्छा काम किया है। वहाँ पर ईवीएम इतना पक्का था कि वो हैक ही नहीं हो सकता। वहाँ लोकतंत्र का विजय हुआ है। और महाराष्ट्र में अगर हमको लैंडस्लाइड विक्ट्री मिली है तो इलेक्शन कमीशन भी बायस हो गया है, यहाँ का ईवीएम हैक हो गया है, यहाँ पर लोकतंत्र की हत्या हो गई है। देखिए, कभी न कभी आत्मचिंतन करने की आवश्यकता होती है। जो आत्मचिंतन नहीं करते जिंदगी में वो समाप्त हो जाते हैं। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि कभी न कभी आत्मचिंतन करना चाहिए और इस प्रकार से वो बात करेंगे तो क्या लोगों का विश्वास बैठेगा? चलो, थैंक यू।
सर एक फोटो उद्धव ठाकरेंनी खुनशीपणे म्हटलं होतं एकतर